Objective of Shariah: to safeguard the welfare of people through protection and enrichment of five fundamentals: faith, human life, intellect, progeny, and wealth. Number 2, permissible and productive economic activities to promote public interest, maslahah, and reject prohibited and harmful activities for the Maqasid al-Shariah pertaining to economic and commercial activities. First, ensuring justice in wealth creation. Second, maximum circulation of wealth. Third, prevention of harm and hardship in wealth creation. And lastly, transparency in all dealings.
Prohibition of riba literally means excess, increase, expansion or growth accepted by all Muslim scholars, considered a self-sin based on the textual evidence of the Quran and Sunnah. Riba means and include any increase over and above the principal amount payable in a contract obligation. Trade is equally in exchange, both parties benefit from the counter values. While the riba, creditors get an amount of money as interest, while the debtor gets the time to use the money but might not necessarily gain from its use. Types of riba. First, riba al-nasi'ah, derived from riba jahiliyah or loan transaction. The root word nasa'a, which means to postpone, defer or wait. This refers to the premium paid as a condition for the extension of time allowed for payment. Second, riba al-fadl, derived from hand-to-hand exchange or barter exchange or loan paid in kind. Excess or unequal proportion occurred in the exchange of commodities of the same kind. Ribawi items: gold, silver, wheat, barley, dates, and salt. Rationale for the prohibition of riba. Riba is prohibited because it prevents people from undertaking real economic activities. This is because when a person having money is allowed to earn more money on the basis of interest, either in a spot or deferred transaction. Objectives of the prohibition of riba by Monzel Kauf. Firstly, affirming Shariah characteristic of realism. Second, safeguard the sanctity of rights to property and entitlements. Third is allowing debt trading.
Prohibition of gharar. Gharar means risk, chance, or hazard that might lead to destruction or loss. Tahrir is the verbal noun of gharar, which refers to unknowingly expose oneself or one's property to jeopardy. Gharar also refers to the uncertainty or hazard caused by the lack of clarity regarding the subject matter or the price in a contract or exchange. Types of gharar can be divided into three, which are excessive gharar, moderate gharar, and trifling gharar. Excessive gharar is something that prohibited in Islam, for example, buying the unborn animal or fish not yet meted. Moderate gharar is something that difficult to ascertain, which fall between the other two categories. Last but not least, trifling gharar, which is normally tolerated. For example, ijara contract, which ujrah is quoted and paid monthly. The level of gharar are based on prevailing condition of societies and customs, changes in technologies, and etc. Rationale for the prohibition of gharar. First is to ensure justice and fairness in commercial dealings. Second is to avoid future dispute. Third is to ensure more responsible and accountable parties. And lastly is to prevent pure speculation and gambling activities.
Lastly is prohibition of maisir and qimar. Maisir or gambling refers to easily available wealth or acquisition of wealth by chance, whether or not it deprives the other's right. Qimar means the game of chance, one gained at the expense of others. Qimar is an important kind of maisir. Both words are applicable to games of chance. related to excessive garang based on chance and unknown consequence. A zero-sum game, the gain of the winner is at the expense of others. Maisir and Qimar in contemporary society, various forms of lotteries. Rationale for prohibition of Maisir or Qimar. Firstly, based on human irrationality in the face of addictive activities. When both benefit and harm exist, the Shariah prohibition is meant to avoid greater hidden harm that may incur due to addiction or excessive indulgence. For example, intoxicants and gambling. Next is to prevent diversion of scarce resources from real sector economic activities to games of chance and speculation.
Sharia guidelines relating to finance. The do's and the don'ts of the Sharia rulings are also meant to justify finance as well as contributing towards efficiency. First is prohibited element, which is sound economic practice. Second, prohibited conduct as a preventive measure against human frailty. Third is directive, which is ethical guidance. Sharia guidance must be applied in totality, which is interpreted and interacted, and also mutually reinforcing, that can contribute towards stability in the financial system.